Hi guys, this is your boy Alanobi, the billionaire, the biggest brand in Africa, and it's a very good weekend. And today, I just want to talk about a few things. And basically, this is about timing when it comes to farming. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because for the last few, for the last 3 years, I've been trying to study some trends when it comes to cereal production. Um, short short-term crop production and also long-term. Like for me, basically I invest in cans, and there are few things that I try to notice that many people, we try to follow the trend when we hear the markets, people saying there is demand of for onions, so we all think now it's the right time for us to go and try to do onion farming, or when there's demand for let's say tomatoes, or when there's demand for cereals. So at the moment, if you try and research in Kenya, many people have maybe tried to do onion production or farming. Reason being is last year onions were too expensive, and many people feel like, okay, this might be the right venture for us so that we can make money. And also tomato prices went up also. Basically everything went up the previous year, not last year. So like for me, I did maize production last year, and let me be honest, I think I will never try that farming again. Or if I do, I'll try and do it in large scale farming, not for 1 acre or 2 acres. No, that's not the kind of farming I would like to practice when it comes to maize, because I made a lot of losses. And also maize prices never went up as expected. Like the previous year, the prices were so high. I also invested in beans around 15 bags or 20 bags, expecting like the prices will be up. But let me be honest, last year there was enough food. If you don't know, go and do research. There was enough food, and all food production never went up. Majority of cereals, I had groundnuts, the prices were not that high. So here's the thing. So I try to understand, like, what made it that the prices were not competitive as the other years. As always, when we invest, we also trying to project in profits and also the amount of money we have invested in. So it's about investment or versus the profits, versus the profits. So the thing is, after trying to think about all those processes, then I realized, like, maybe we normally do wrong timings. How? When people are focusing on producing onions, why don't you focus on other crop, but with good research, not just you trying to invest in onions because other people are investing in onions. So that you also try to create a competition in the market with your other product. I've been trying to think about, I have one point I think I have 1.5 acres of land that I'm trying to find what I should put in January, because I wanted to do onions, but then I'm like, how will be the market? So what can I come up with that can also be competitive in the market and have those good prices? Because you can be selling your onions at let me say at kg at 100 shillings, then I can be selling other product, maybe I'm assuming tomatoes or something else, at 120, and just trying to figure out the inputs. Maybe we all have almost the same inputs, then you might be making a lot of money than somebody else. Or what about sweet potatoes or Irish potatoes? Because we also have to figure out what can we bring that can compete with those other products. that people need. Because if we all go and focus on one thing, if we all go focus on onions or tomatoes, then there's a gap that we might not fulfill. And this gap, any person with good brains can take it as can take the advantage and make more money from that opportunity. And also, at the moment, there are other products that are coming to the market that people don't know about, and they can make you good money. I understand beans very well. Beans, I understand them very well. And beans have money. The problem is timing. You can't do beans in January. But if you could, there's enough money there. Oh, now the reason why I'm saying you can't do in January, because in Kenya, we have rain seasons, and this season starts from March, around March to maybe August. So you also have to figure out the amount of rainfall you need, because during the January to March is a dry season, so you cannot afford to risk that. But if you have good production irrigation system, then why don't you just do it? Why don't you challenge the status quo that I can do maize January, I can do other products in January, so that you also stay competitive. You can create your own market. For me, I feel like you can create your own market. And this has made me to think like, okay, what can I invest in? What can I invest in? So that when other people are in this sector, I'm also in this sector, and we're all making money. We're all making money, because the risk aversities of these things must be calculated also. I have my friend who is doing seriously. Let me give you a story. I know he will listen to this, and we also love stories. So this guy, he invested in onions last season. He made a lot of losses, and the reason why he did that is because he was farming from their phone. So you are like 350 kilometers, almost 400 kilometers away from your farm, and you don't even go and check it. So you only get phone calls. We need this, we need that, we need this. So when I had the opportunity to visit his farm before he did, I sent him photos, and he was like, no, bro, I've been doing this thing, and these people have given me the hope that everything is well. But when he saw the photos, he was like, oh, those are losses. So this season, he's on the ground focusing on it, and I'm happy he's doing well. And I'm planning to go and see his progress, and I will share the video here, because he's doing onions, and I feel like this time he has cracked the code, and he will make good money out of it if the markets will be good enough. And for me, I'm like, okay, January now, I also want to try a short season crop, because for me, I have canes, I have sugar canes, and those ones I have invested in. But the problem with the sugar cane is because they take a lot of time to mature, 18 months plus. So at the moment, I'm too broke, because all the money I make from my other households, I have to pump into the sugarcane, then wait for 18 months. You see now, in terms of building assets, that's a very slow process. It's slow, sure, but you have also to be quick when it comes to production. You have also to understand the market. So at the moment, I'm also trying to figure out which other short-term crop can I also invest in. And I don't want to do maize, because for me, maize is not my thing anymore. I've made a lot of losses in maize, and in fact, the other year I took a loan from this company called Eka Fund. So they gave me seedlings, they gave me fertilizer, and what else? The total cost was 17,000. In an acre of land, I only got 2 bags. And let me tell you how much I sold the 2 bags. 1 bag was 2,000. So remember, the 17,000, I had not included my other costs like land preparation, paying paying the guys I work with. So I think the total cost for me was around maybe 35,000, because the first land preparation only will take 4,000. Like, I spent a lot of money in that land. I got 2 bags. That's why I hate maize. I can't do maize. But this one doesn't. I'm not discouraging anybody, because maybe the place where you are, you can do good maize production. But for me, where I am, I'm focusing on cans, and I want also to try and focus on another crop, which I think I must share. So, guys, for me today, I'm here to encourage you that if you want to do farming, please just don't just follow the wave. Please try and do your personal research and find out if people are doing onions, tomatoes, what can I do so that I can also still make money. You can also try French beans if you understand them, and if you see the market gap, you can also try other products that can give you money. Don't just wait for for these other things. Like, when people are into this, you're also into this. I have been your boy Alanobi, the billionaire, and soon I'll be sharing the progress of my sugar canes. Peace.